Now, what happens when you take the anthemic sound of our own Snow Patrol and combine it with the sheer pop power of Australian icon Kylie Minogue? The answer is these alarms, new single from the band. It is quite a collaboration, and I've been speaking to Snow Patrol frontman Gary Lightbody about what some might see as an unlikely partnership. So the big question is he a big Kylie fan?
Long-term fan. Who isn't of Kylie? My goodness, of course. So it's, I have co-written with artists for years, and sometimes in the co-writing world, you sort of hear whispers of artists looking for songs, and you write songs on spec and you send them to them, and maybe they use them, maybe they don't. I heard that Kylie was looking for a song. I wrote her a bunch, but then I couldn't get them to her. So we decided to do one of them ourselves. And the songs I wrote were all just called Kylie 1, Kylie 2, Kylie 3, etc. So this song was always called Kylie throughout the recording of the song. It was always meant for her, but we just decided we'd do it ourselves. And then when we got to the end of the song, there was something missing. And that was obviously Kylie. So we tried even harder to get the song to her, and we eventually did. And turns out she loved it. Then she sung on it, and the song felt finished for the first time because it was her vocal is absolutely extraordinary. So I guess it was always destined to be a song, maybe not for Kylie, but with Kylie, which is amazing.
And even the process of getting that together, of getting her voice onto this track, I mean, is this a process where she records it somewhere else and you put it together? Because actually your voices, they work really, really well together.
They do. They do work really well together, but I had a feeling they would, and it turns out once every lifetime I'm right about something. She recorded it with her producer and then sent us the vocal, and our producer Fraser T. Smith put the track together, and it all worked just kind of flawlessly, really.
Yeah, I mean, to do that though is actually quite a lot of production skill. I mean, that takes a little bit of love actually to put that together.
Well, everybody in the process, including ourselves and Kylie and everybody that worked on it, and Fraser T. Smith and Roy Kerr did some co-production on it as well. He did some co-production on Forest is the Path. Everybody that worked on it put a lot of love into it. So I think it does come across.
You know, the dream, I imagine, is to actually get her to perform this with her. Any plans for that? Any thoughts about actually getting her maybe involved in one of the concerts?
We're certainly talking about it. See what happens.
Okay, so that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that
I'm
Kylie's
smiling
a
as I
busy
say
person.
that. I don't know if my smile is audible on the radio.
I mean, you've got a number of big gigs coming up as well. I mean, when I look at some of the gigs that you're doing as well, even the idea of performing at Edinburgh Castle, that in itself is just like a spectacular venue. I mean, you've got quite a good July coming up.
Yeah, we've had a great May and June, and July looks pretty darn good too. Yeah, Edinburgh Castle's a great gig. We did that before quite a few years ago, maybe 15 years ago. So it's a really spectacular show. And the shows all the way through the summer have been amazing. We played recently at Liverpool City Centre, right outside the Library building, and it was extraordinary. I mean, I don't know how many tens of thousands of people in the street, but it was extraordinary. So yeah, we've had a really brilliant summer.
Yeah, and listen, the thing is it's always about the music that's connecting. I am slightly intrigued though by just picking up on what you're talking about, that idea of collaborating and writing music for other artists, because you have worked with lots of great people, and I mean obviously Ed Sheeran is one of the great songwriters who you've worked with and done a lot of work with. Are there any collaborations that haven't quite come off? Are there singers, are there performers that you still kind of hanker after and maybe have something that would work really well for them?
Oh, I've written for I've written for a lot of people that it hasn't worked out. Generally, this is the rule. I'm not just saying this as a tease, but generally the rule is, if as a co-writer, if you write a song with someone and it doesn't come off, it doesn't go end up on the album, you don't talk about it. It's kind of the unwritten rule, just to sort of lay that groundwork. But there has been quite a few ones where you get to the end of the process, maybe get to the end of the day. You normally just have one day with an artist where you have to write a song in its totality, and you have to record the song, and you have to finish the song, or else it won't end up on the album. So it's kind of a race against time quite a lot of the time. And if you get to the end of the day and you have a song and you like the song, you're always hopeful that it'll make the album. There have been some where I really thought it would have had, but it didn't. Unfortunately, the secrets of those will have to go with me to the grave.
Well, where do they hide? I mean, you must have them somewhere. There must be some treasure chest
I know.
of great
I
music.
listened to a couple of songs the other day that I'd written with a very big artist in there, and I was sort of slightly lamenting that no one will ever hear them.
Oh, you see, this is the thing is, we now need a key to get into that box and find all of those songs. That's intriguing in itself. Listen, I appreciate you don't want to talk about anybody and take away from secrets, but is there an artist who you haven't worked with, whose voice you think would work really well with Snow Patrol, that you might as well stick it out there and see what happens?
Well, I mean, Ray. I think she has the most extraordinary voice on planet Earth right now. I think she is unbelievable. Yeah. So yeah, that would be, if she's listening. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely up for a collaboration there.
I mean, but she's got everything. She's got a bit of pop, a bit of jazz, a lot of soul in that music. That is just like, that would be a great collaboration.
Yeah, I think she's something else. She's superb.
Getting back to this single, and I mean, I just mentioned, even taking a look online today, the Kylie fans have all jumped in as well. She's got such a broad base, and having been around for so long, and I say that politely, obviously, she's been around for such a long time. She's amassed a huge number of fans from lots of different genres, actually, and they have really kind of like seemed to have taken to this very, very quickly, just looking at kind of the online response to it. She is a remarkable artist when you think about just how long she's been doing this and how she's adapted to all different styles.
It is extraordinary. It is. I thought the Netflix documentary was really fantastic, and it showed just how extraordinary she is and how much she's been through as a person, as an artist, and how brilliantly she's adapted, over time as well in music. I think, it's the sort of the David Bowie blueprint, which is that you follow your heart with this stuff. You don't just stay in the one lane. You don't just make the same music over and over and over again. You allow yourself to be inspired by whatever is happening in your life and the people's lives around you at the time. And I have a lot of respect for that type of artistry, because some people are afraid to go outside their genre. And I think the people that are brave enough to do that is a really rewarding way to live.
I was going to say, I mean, that sounds like a blueprint for you, what you really like to do, because I mean, you have kind of at times, really kind of lent in a little bit to kind of stuff, almost kind of towards country, almost a bit towards folk, as well as kind of these anthemic songs that we're so used to as well from Snow Patrol, and adapting. I mean, I suppose to some extent in this business is surviving, but it also just, I suppose, keeps you really focused and interested.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Enthusiasm. When your enthusiasm wanes, maybe you're doing the same thing for too long, and maybe you should try something else. It's like music is infinite. It's absolutely infinite. There's so many different ways to make music. There's so many different ways to write music. There's so many different ways to record it. There's so many different albums to be inspired by, people to be inspired by, people to work with. It's an endless thing. You can live an entire life. You could live 100 or 1,000 lifetimes and never get to the end of this thing, because there is no end to it, and that's the beautiful thing. It's an infinite and extraordinary place to live in.
Well, listen, enjoy the rest of your summer. We look forward to hearing about the gigs, and maybe even, you never know, maybe hearing a little bit about you and Kylie on stage together. You never know.
You never know. You never know.